It's a winner take home game 5 matchup between the Tigers and the Mariners. A little recap of this game. Not recap. Actually, let's just go into this live call. We got George Kirby on the bump for the Mariners. On the other side, we got Tarek Skubal. George Kirby with the four seam slider, sinker, curveball, splitter. And Tarek Skubal on the other side of the bump. As we wait to get started, as it is a game 5 matchup, so winner goes home. Loser goes home. Winner goes to the ALCS against the Blue Jays. All of these prior games have been close between these teams. Their best ace is on the bump as Kerry Carpenter leads it off. George Kirby. First pitch to Carpenter. Carpenter watches a changeup down the middle for strike one. Kerry Carpenter, 5 for 11 during this postseason. A few home runs to his name. Carpenter sees pitch 2. Lines it to the shortstop in Crawford. He cannot handle it. And an infield single to lead off for the Tigers through 2 pitches. Now with Carpenter leading it off, Gleyber Torres on deck. Now Gleyber will get it back. Crawford tried to catch it, just dropped it. Not sure if that will be registered as an error to this pristine shortstop as Torres in the right-hander's batter's box. Sets and delivers. Fouled it off to the backstop netting. T-Mobile Park, the roof is closed in this Game 5 matchup. So weather permitting is not a problem here in Game 5. Kirby delivers. Bunt shown. Pulls it back. Called strike 1. Got the outside spot. As we got Suarez at third, Crawford at short, Polanco at second, and Naylor at first. Kirby sets, delivers. No called strike on the outer half, and that would be strike 3 to the umpire. So Kerry Carpenter starts it off with a single, and Gleyber Torres goes down on 3 pitches. And Torres not happy about that call. Definitely thought that was outside. Nonetheless, now Riley Green, first pitch to Green, lines it to the second baseman Polanco. Throw to second is out at second to Crawford, but that's the only out they will get. George Kirby, besides leading off, giving up that leadoff single to Kerry Carpenter, 6 pitches and 2 outs. Doing good for him. As Spencer Torkelson, the first baseman, comes up. After Torres struck out, pitch home. Called ball outside to Torkelson. Torkelson in the right-hander's batter's box. Front foot lifted up a little bit. Pitch home. Called strike on the curveball, top of the zone. And that's a little interesting. Throwing a curveball on the top of the zone, normally you can see those hit from a mile. Torkelson, no home runs in this postseason just yet. Pitch home. Pop up down the right field line. That will drift. As now the count will drift 1-2. Torkelson batting .231 during this postseason, sitting 2 outs. Here in the top of the first, 0-0. As Carpenter leads off at first. Carpenter, pitch home. Swing and miss. Got it by Torkelson. And the Tigers don't do any damage. Kirby fast dealing after giving up that leadoff single to Kerry Carpenter. as Scooball, as we shift towards the bottom of the first, Scooball sets, delivers. Fastball down the middle for strike one. And both teams doing a courtesy first pitch take. As both first pitches from both starters were down the middle. Pitch home from Scooball. Check swing. Call down to the first base umpire. He says safe. No swings there. Randy Arozarena up for the Mariners. Longtime Ray. Pitch home. Ground ball to Scooball up at the bump. He will throw over to first. Down in the dirt. Good scoop by Green. Excuse me, good scoop from Torkelson. Don't know why I Green first. Rosarena grounds out. It's a 1-3. Now the best hitter in the AL, contrary to Aaron Judge in the other matchup for the ALDS. As Raleigh, only one home run this postseason. Pitch home from Scooball. Curveball into the dirt. Called strike one. A little replay. Scooball being aware, getting down, threw it into the dirt from Torkelson to get Rosarena out on the 1-3. Pitch down. Ball high and a little bit away to Raleigh. As most Mariner fans will say, big dumper. The Scooball's sixth pitch is about to come to. Raleigh sees the sixth pitch. Called high and away once again from the high fastball. Sixth pitch is a 3-0 count to the pristine catcher. Scooball changeup and fastball. Pitch down. Called strike one, high and in. The use of the fastball prevalent in this Game 5 of the pristine starter versus the pristine catcher. Pitch home. High fly ball down the left field line. That drifts off into out of play territory in the stands. And now from a 3-0 count, Scooball with the fastball has worked his way back to a count that is now full. Scooball 31 starts on the season, a record of 13-6, an ERA of 2.21. Scooball 8 pitches. Here comes number 9. High fly ball down the left field line. That will move off into foul territory once again. On the fastball, Cal just a little bit early on that pitch in back-to-back innings, back-to-back pitches. Scooball number 29, leg kick and deals. Line drive into shallow left field. That will get an easy single for the pristine catcher. As Riley Green will throw that ball in to the infield. And now back to Scooball as they will throw it around the line. Throw it around the infield. Scooball 8+ strikeouts in 17 games this season. Second most in the MLB. Starts this postseason. Most in the league. Pitch home. Called strike one to Julio Rodriguez. The home run robbery kid. Not the kid, as we are in Ken Griffey Jr. territory. With the Seattle Mariners and Ichiro. Pitch home. Swing and miss. Got it by Rodriguez. 4 strike 2. And with a runner on first in Raleigh, you don't want to start this one off dangerous. As Raleigh will take a 2-step lead at first. Scooball sets and delivers. Swing and miss. Got it by Rodriguez on a changeup outside. Now Polanco will come up. And Polanco, a great switch hitter for the Mariners and one of the best in baseball. his teammate in Raleigh. Two switch hitters in the top four is very dangerous to pitchers. School delivers. High pop up. Drifts out of play behind the backstop. Polanco only batting 188 in this postseason. Regular and postseason versus School. 310 batting average. Ground ball down the first base line to the Mariners dugout. As the count will drift 0-2. Radio Rosarena grounded out to Scooble on a chop bunt. And then Cal Raleigh singled into left field. Pitch home. High 100-mile-per-hour fastball. 4-1. And then Rodriguez struck out swinging on an outside changeup. Polanco, the better hitter on the righty's batter's box. Perfect here against Scooble. Next pitch. Pop up, out of play on another high fastball. The fastball usage has been there for Scooble in this one. Not much for the off speeds. A few curveballs and changeups here and there. But it's definitely been the fastball as Raleigh takes his lead at first. 2 outs, 0-0 game. Bottom of the first, ALDS game 5. Pitch home. Swing and miss. Got it by Polanco on an outside changeup. And Scooble sets down 2 via the Ks as we move back to the top of the second. First also dealt 2 Ks. As Kirby and Scooble both allowed 1 hit each. Kirby sets and delivers. Ground ball up the middle to Crawford. Crawford swings it over to first in Suarez, in Naylor for the first out. The shift was on there for Colt Keith. Good swing in the bat. Normally that's a great infield single right up the middle. But the Mariners defense was ready for it. They banned the shift a few seasons ago, but you can still be shifted up to the second bag if you are shortstop or second. Kirby's next pitch. Called high. Strike 1 to McKinstry. High and inside to the lefty. One of the guys you yell fire up to. Next pitch from Kirby. Curveball down the middle. Now McKinstry's 0-2 count. And both these starters have started really good through this first inning. Kirby threw an inning and 2/3. Pitch home. Ball low. Home plate umpire believed that was not in the zone. Has called a few high strikes. Moving the zone up a little bit, contrary to other games. Kirby's next pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman, Polanco. He throws over to Naylor for the next out. Keith gets a 6-3, and then McKinstry grounds it out to Polanco for a 4-3. 2 quick outs for George Kirby. Next up, Dylan Dingler watches strike 1 on the outside. Dingler batting .278 on this season. Next pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop in Crawford. Swings it over to the first baseman in Naylor. And a 6-3 from Keith. A 4-3 to McKinstry. And now another 6-3 to Dylan Dingler. No damages to the Mariners as Scooble sets and delivers. Suarez check swing, called strike 1. Eugenio Suarez started off his career as a Tiger back in 2014. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Got it by Suarez on the high fastball. Suarez batting .133 this postseason. Leg kick of deals. Curveball outside. And Scooble will step back onto the rubber. Crawford. All whites. Tigers all grays. Pitch home. Swing and miss on the off speed. Got Suarez there on another strikeout. And that's 3 in a row for Scooble. Change up for Scooble about 6 feet behind his fastball. You started them at the same time. Next pitch. First pitch to Naylor. High fly ball down left field line. Scooble, 23 pitches so far. Naylor, 3 for 17. 176 batting average this postseason. Next pitch from Scooble. Naylor watches ball 1 outside. 1-1 count. Still a 0-0 ball game here in the bottom of the second. 1 out. No runners on. Scooble, leg kick, and deals to Naylor. Naylor grounds it to the first baseman, but that will drift foul. As Scooble was ready for it. As Naylor was just a tad bit early on that pitch. 25 pitches from Scooble. 1 out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here in ALDS Game 5. Winner go home. Pitch home. Fouled off down the left field line. And from Scooble, you're just trying to get out of this. You don't need to be quick, but you don't want to get your pitch count high, especially only through 2 innings being almost at 30 pitches. As Naylor in the lefty box. Pitch home. Fouled off down left field line. No, that will land fair. Just a little bit shy of Green. Green will gather it, but Naylor will jog into second for a 1-out double. And Naylor just poked at it, and it just got over the third baseman in McKinstry and drifted in a shallow left field. Lefty-lefty matchup. It was outside. It was a half swing from Naylor, but got it down that line, and it bounced away. And Green couldn't get to it right away. As now Mitch Garver, the DH. The righty versus Scooble. Pitch home. Ball high and in. Garver has had his fair share of flip-flops of teams throughout the year. Is that just a great swing from Naylor there? On a lefty-lefty deal too. Pitch home. Swing and miss on the early side of things from Garver. To Scooble's changeup. Mitch Garver only batting .209 during the regular season. Scooble delivers. Ball into the dirt. Throw down to third. Not in time. As Josh Naylor steals third. And now with a runner on third, there could be a potential first run here. And with Garver, the righty, you might want to poke one down right the first base line and potential sacrifice bunt. That's an odd steal you don't see much from Naylor, as all the dirt has covered up now his Mariners logo on his white jersey. 30 stolen bases. That was his 30th. Pitch home. Got him on another changeup to Garver. And now the count will move 2-2. Still 0-0. But the Mariners are threatening with 0 outs. 1 out. Pitch home. Pop up. To center field in Carpenter. He makes the catch. But 1 run will score. As that was Meadows, in center. Fuck. As we await the next pitch, as that was a sacrifice fly from Garver. Almost got it out. But being able to get it to center field. Scooble. To Victor Robles. Pitch home. Fly ball down the right field line out of play. For the first pitch as Mariners take a 1-0 lead. And that was just prominent because Naylor was able to steal third base as the next pitch is fouled off to the backstop. And now still with 2 outs, but the count is now 0-2. So the 1 for 10 right fielder batted .245, 1 home run in the regular season. Next pitch from Scooble. Pop up, out of play behind the backstop. 0-2 count from Scooble, sitting at 35 pitches, only threw 1 2/3. Next pitch. Swing and miss, got it on the changeup. And Scooble gets out with only giving 1 run up. And Scooble, 4 strikeouts, 1 earned run through 2. As we move to top of the 3rd inning, Tigers trail 1-0. Scooble's first pitch, Kirby's first pitch to Meadows. Okay, this is just annoying. Why are we doing an interview mid-game? Okay, my bad. That I just clicked off of the game. Oh, great. Can we not do this interview? Kirby, next pitch to Meadows is called for a strike. Count move 0-2. Meadows 4 for 24 this postseason, 367 OPS. Kirby wearing number 68. His 20th pitch, home. Ball into the dirt. Count move 1-2. Kirby 2 strikeouts, only giving up 1 hit through 2 innings. Kirby, the right-hander versus the lefty in Meadows, delivers. Ground ball down the first base line to the first base coach wearing number 76. As Naylor just covered in dirt, sitting over at first base after he slid into third, stealing. Meadows trying to get something going for the Tigers. Trying to get his first hit like Carpenter did to lead off this game. Kirby, the 1-2 delivery. Check swing high. Third base umpire says Meadows did not go. Kirby at an easy 22 pitches through 2 innings. Leg kick and deals. Fly ground ball to the first baseman Naylor. He will jog over and put out Meadows. As the Tigers or Mariners will face the Blue Jays at 7 p.m. on Sunday. And winner will go to the World Series. Next pitch from Kirby to Baez. High for strike 1. Baez swinging for the fences on that off-speed pitch. Baez has had himself a postseason as he's batting .346. Interesting, keeping him in the 9 hole. 1 out, top of the 3rd. Kirby, righty deal. Fouled off to the backstop netting. Count move 0-2. Seattle Mariner fans all standing up as the next pitch possibly could deal it for the 2nd out in the 3rd inning. Baez, 12 home runs on the season. Kirby delivers. Swing and miss. Got it by Baez on off-speed outside pitch. And Baez goes down swinging. And now we'll go back to the top of the lineup where Kerry Carpenter led off the game with the single. Just a slider got Baez, the classic slider to the shortstop. Pitch home. Ground ball to the Mariner dugout. George Kirby, 3 strikeouts, contrary to his 5 groundouts through the first 8 outs. As now all Mariner fans will stand up once again. Interesting here. You want to be excited, obviously, but it is only the 3rd inning. As Kirby nods, and he'll lay kick a deal. Fly ball down into shallow right field. That will move over to Robles. And another single from Kerry Carpenter. As Carpenter will keep this one going. Now 2 for 2. And it's a Carpenter game, it seems like so far. As Gleyber Torres struck out, looking on a high off-speed outside pitch in his last at-bat. Carpenter takes his lead at first. Kirby nods and delivers. Off-speed, fouled off down the right field line in out-of-play territory. Still a 1-ball game, led by the home Mariners at T-Mobile Park. Game 5 of the ALDS. Carpenter takes the lead once again. Kirby delivers. Off-speed. No offer from baseman and Gleyber Torres. George Kirby sits now at 30 pitches. Next pitch. Off-speed. Almost another check swing from Torres, but he does not offer. As the count will move 2-1. At first, no one else on. Here with 2 outs. Next pitch. On the high off-speed pitch down the middle. Everyone standing if you can here at T-Mobile Park. The 2-2 offering. Torres steps back into the box. Torres flipping around. Carpenter takes his lead. Naylor staying on the bat. Kirby. Lead outside. Almost got by the catcher and Raleigh. Kirby now at 33 pitches. And a full count to the second baseman and Gleyber Torres. Kirby delivers. Swing and miss. Got it by Torres on another strikeout to the second baseman. And George Kirby, through 3 innings, has given up 2 hits, struck out 4, and he is dealing. Now we move to the bottom of the 3rd as Skubal delivers. Crawford watches ball 1. A little bit high from the fastball from the pristine lefty. Crawford batting .308 in this postseason. Next pitch. Ball outside. Count will move 2-0. And a lefty-lefty after these lefties is the hardest matchup most people say in all of baseball. Skubal. The 2-0 to Crawford. as Scooble sits with 4 strikeouts, yet he is about to hit the 40th pitch of his outing. 2-1 delivery. Crawford flies it down the left field line. Out of play. Count will move to 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Crawford trying to keep it going for the Mariners, extend their 1-0 lead. As Scooble. Crawford sees the 5th pitch, flies it down to the backstop. Cal will stay all 2s, setting bottom of the 3rd in Game 5 of the American League Divisional Series. And it's been a series, folks. Scooble sets, leg kick and deals. Swing and miss, got it by Crawford. Crawford will go down swinging on a high fastball. And that's Scooble's 5th strikeout through 42 pitches. And all of them have been swinging. Got 2 in the first, got 2 in the second, and now 1 in the third. Maybe he can keep up the 2 per inning. Pitch home. Ball, change up, high and away to the first baseman in a Rosarena. Rosarena grounded out to Scooble in his last at bat. Next pitch. Called strike 1 from the changeup that got painted on the inside. Half to Rosarena. Righty-lefty matchup. The 1-1. Fastball down the middle for strike 2. Scooble just trying to keep the Mariners out of this. And hopefully his offense can get something going. Next offering. High fly ball to the backstop and out of play. And the count will stay with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scooble nearing the half-century mark at 46 pitches. The 47th to Rosarena. Rosarena grounds it to his third base coach on a broken bat. Is able to get rid of it as Baez will almost inspect the bat. As a Tigers bat boy will go get it and then return it to the Mariners dugout. And that bat just rolled and rolled and rolled all the way. Baez at short. Rosarena still the 1-2. Scooble delivers. Swing and miss. Got it by Rosarena. And Scooble with 6 strikeouts thus far. And besides that sac fly and double to Naylor, both these pitchers are dealing. George Kirby for the Mariners and Scooble for the Tigers. He sits at 48 pitches. The 49th pitch to Raleigh. Raleigh watches. Ball one low and away. Raleigh singled. Back in the first. Batting .471 this postseason. Next pitch. High pop up. And that will drift towards out of play, towards the Tigers dugout down the third base line. I'll move 1-1. A lot of fastballs from Scooble being used against the pristine catcher. Definitely batting the best out of any player in the league in this postseason with almost a .500 batting average. The 1-1. High on a slider. 4-2. And that slider was not close to Raleigh's head, but it was high enough to reach his head. The 1-2. High for ball 3, excuse me. That's now 3-1 count. And I understand you want to be careful around Raleigh. You're already down 1-0 here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. Got to try and get something by. I expect a fastball here. Scooble delivers. Pop up from the changeup and out of play. That changeup was on the outside but middle spot. to the catcher and big dumper. 1-0 lead. Full count as Skubal steps off the rubber and rubs his eyes a little bit with his jersey. And he'll step back on the rubber as the pitch clock will begin. Skubal brings the glove to his face. Drop. Swing and miss. Got it by Raleigh on a high fastball. And Skubal strikes out all three batters. And Skubal is dealing. And that was a fastball down the middle. And Raleigh was just too late on it. It's now George Kirby will set it up for the top of the fourth as he continues to deal. Skubal's half the century mark. First pitch to the right fielder and Riley Green. Excuse me, left fielder. Riley Green grounds it to Kirby. Kirby, it hits it. He tosses it over to Naylor at first for a 1-3 ground out. Now Spencer Torkelson will come up. And what I was going to say was George Kirby is not even at 40 pitches. And then you have someone like Skubal who's also dealing for himself. But he also is above the half century mark, sitting at about 50 pitches or so. Kirby, the next pitch. Check swing. Call down to the first. The first base umpire says Torkelson did not go. The count will move 1-0 to the first baseman batting all twos. 222 with 6 RBIs. Kirby's next pitch. Off speed, outside and low. Kirby. He will set. The righty delivers. Chopper down the third base line, out of play. George Kirby, 5 fastballs thrown. Contrary to 26 sliders, 5 sinkers, and 2 curveballs thus far. The 2-1 offering to Torkelson. Torkelson lines it into left field. That is caught by Rosarena. And now 2 outs. And Kirby is just moving along in this one. Now, we won't do a full game, but as fans, you're thinking this one might be done with 9 innings. Nah, it's not. But nonetheless, we'll go back after that fly out from Torkelson to left. After striking out in his first at bat back in the first. Next pitch to Keith. On low and away. Now a righty-lefty matchup. Keith grounded out. Back in the second. Next pitch. Ball inside. And Kirby likes using his slider. Heading almost 90 miles an hour. It's Kirby. Will set and delivers. Check swing. Called strike 1. As Keith swung on an inside pitch. 2-1. Kirby. Leg kick and deals. Strike 2. Kirby trying to send it back to the bats. Next pitch. Ball in the dirt. No, it hits Keith's foot. And Keith will take off his guard. Elbow and foot guard. And take off his batting glove. Just hit his toe. And Keith will walk. Or technically hit by pitch to first. runner in this game that Kirby has allowed to reach base. George Kirby now to McKinstry. Another righty-lefty matchup. It's Kirby, leg kick of deals. Off speed, down the middle. Now Kirby, with his pitches, he's now getting up there, but he's thrown more innings than Skubal, as he's thrown 3/3, contrary to Skubal for only 3. Next pitch. High fastball. Now the 1-1 count to the former Central Michigan Chippewa is Zach McKinstry. Where is it, Keith? Throw down. Play it second. Keith is safe. And just a little shy is Raleigh. Now with one duck on the pond. Still, there's 2 outs. And now Seattle is challenging the ball at second. And it's a great throw from Raleigh. Now the question is, did Keith have his foot on the bag? Because it definitely looks like Raleigh has him out. Yeah. Raleigh got him. Just great tag and great throw. As they just keep going over this review. And the home plate umpire, after review, the runner is called out. And after a hit by pitch and a failed stolen base, the Tigers, after a great throw there from Raleigh, to get Colt Keith out, and George Kirby just keeps on turning his wheels as we'll move to the bottom of the 4th. Mariners lead 1-0. Don't go anywhere, folks. And Kirby's getting good pitches together. As Skubal delivers to Rodriguez. Lands just shy of the backstop. Wasn't high enough that Dingler could have shed off the helmet and ran back and caught it. Rodriguez struck out back in the 1st inning. Skubal. Leg kick and deals. Call ball inside on the fastball. Skubal out and 7 strikeouts. Next pitch. Off speed, high and away, almost got the corner. Skubal now sits at 57 pitches. Definitely not a game that he'll complete unless he can start chugging along. The 2-1. Fly ball down the right field line. Out. Just a little late, almost falling over. Raleigh still stands, sits on the bench with his shin guards on, as he may not come to the plate in this one. As they show replays of the great throw from the pristine catcher. The 2-2 offering from Skubal to Rodriguez. Ball into the dirt. Dingler will toss it back. Cal Raleigh, innings caught 1,072 innings. Pitches caught 17,329. That's a number. That's definitely a number. Next pitch. Swing and miss to Rodriguez. And Skubal is dealing in this one. Rodriguez strikes out for the 2nd time. And that's now Skubal's 8th strikeout. That is now his another game where he gets 8 strikeouts in the postseason. And he was 2nd most out of pitchers. Now he might be 1st most. Next pitch. High fly ball down the left field line. That will go foul. And that was almost a first pitch bomb from Jorge Polanco. And actually, I'm just going to replay this. I'm going to do this. Screwball to Polanco. Polanco drives it. Deep fly ball to left field. That one flies it, and that just drifts foul. Oh my God. Polanco almost added another. Tarek Skubal almost gave up his second. And he thought it was gone. Polanco, not so much. Skubal takes a deep breath after that. Long foul ball. Next pitch offering. High and away from you expect right after the guy, after giving up a deep fly ball out in the foul territory. Delivers. Swing and miss. Now the count will move 1-2. And Skubal is on the verge of getting almost 6 strikeouts in a row. Top of the fourth. Jorge Polanco at bat. Game 5 of the ALDS. Skubal sets, delivers. Fouled off down the right field line on a high fastball. And Polanco was just a little late on that one. And Skubal's pitch counter just keeps on rising. Sitting at 64. As AJ Hinch will be shown on camera. Skubal, the 1-2. Change up outside. Skubal does not want to play with Polanco. This Polanco still sitting in the righty box, batting in the 300s. Next pitch. Popped up. That will drift out of play. And the count will move to 2-2 strikes. Polanco struck out swinging. Back in the first. To send it back to the Tigers bats. Next pitch. Swing and miss. Got it by Polanco on the outside low changeup. And Tarek Skubal, as I've said multiple times, is dealing, folks. That is now 6 strikeouts in a row. From the pitcher who went to school just north of this stadium in T-Mobile Park. And now Skubal. 67 pitches, now 68 to Eugenio Suarez. Swing and miss on a high fastball. Skubal sits with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts. Next pitch is a swing and miss on the outside and away fastball. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 strikeouts. Skubal looking for double digits. 0-2 count to Suarez. Suarez batting 125, 1 home run, 1 RBI, a 409 OPS. Skubal sets and deals. Fouled off down to the backstop. As a Mariner player will run and grab it and take it back to the dugout. Count will remain 0-2 strikes. 2 outs, no runners on. Bottom of the fourth. Mariners lead 1-0. Next pitch. Swing and miss. Got it by Suarez. And I tell you, Tarek Skubal, this is the guy you want on the bump. And hopefully the Tigers can keep him throughout his career. As both teams have had 2 hits. But my. Besides that sac fly back in the second, Tarek Skubal's doing everything. As the Mariners will do a chant and a song with the kid, Ken Griffey Jr. One of the retired numbers for the Mariners. Kirby's first pitch to McKinstry is a ball outside. McKinstry was up in the top of the fourth. But Keith got thrown out at second. So McKinstry has another shot. 1-0. High for ball 2. Kirby, not many strikeouts, but he's been dealing. Only giving up 2 hits, just like Skubal, but no runs. Mariners lead 1-0. Next pitch to McKinstry is called for ball 3 inside. And Kirby just now passes the half-century mark at 51 pitches. Kirby's 3-0. Called strike on the outside, a little high. As there's two relievers warming up in the Mariners dugout. Bullpen, excuse me. Next pitch. Called strike down the middle. And I know on a 3-1 count you want to be patient. But a little too patient can get you biting. As now it's a full count. As Dylan Dingler awaits his turn on deck. No outs. The 3-2. Fouled off down the left field line, out of play. As McKinstry awaits the 7th pitch of this at bat. As George Kirby will some new baseball as they show the next pitchers that could come out for Kirby, even though he's pitched great through 4 innings. The full count offering to McKinstry. McKinstry lines it to the first baseman in Naylor. He underhands it to Kirby at first for 3-1 out. Kirby sitting at 55 pitches now through 4 1/3, 37 strikes, 18 balls. Being proficient is one key from a starter and pitchers you want to see. As a fan has a KKKK. Kirby, strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Spelling out his name. Game 1 once again will be on Sunday between either of these two teams against the Blue Jays. Next pitch offering. Fouled off to the backstop. 1 out to the catcher and Dingler. Dingler grounded out to shortstop and Crawford in his last at bat. Back. It's time for the second. Jeez, I'm tired. Kirby delivers. Called high to Dingler. Count will move 1-1. As we sit all ones. 1 out. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 here. It's next pitch. Called ball inside and high. 2 balls, 1 strike now. It's Kirby trying to send it back to the Mariner bat. Top of the 5th. 2-1 offering. Ball inside. Now 3-1 count to Dingler. Other base runner. It's just been Kerry Carpenter all day besides the hit by pitch to Keith in the last inning. Next pitch. Fastball grounded to the Tigers dugout down the left field line. And a little in on the hands to Dingler as he will get a new bat. Possible crack on an inside fastball swing. As fans will and their tridents around. The 1 out. Pitch to Dingler. Dingler swings and misses. And Kirby gets his 5th. Kirby got 2 in the first, 2 in the third, and possibly looking for 2 in the 5th. Doing 1, doing 2 every other inning. Kirby sits at 61 pitches. The 62nd to Meadows. Meadows watches ball 1 outside. Meadows batting 160 on the season. Next pitch. Swing and miss. On the off speed, a little low and in. To the lefty center fielder. Meadows grounded out to Naylor. at first base, back in his last at bat. The 1-1. Called strike on the inside, a little high. And Kirby keeping it rolling for the Mariners, as there will be 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1-0 lead. As Meadows tries to play hero here in the top of the 5th. Kirby will set the 1-2 offering. Swing and miss. Got it by Meadows. 4 strike 3. And just like I was talking about, 2 strikeouts every other inning for this pitcher. And now it's just battle between the pitchers in this 1-0 game. As we await 4 more Mariners to face the Tigers King and Tarek Skubal. His first pitch. Called ball outside and away. Skubal, the 1-0 offering, delivers. Fly ball to the center field man, and Meadows makes a routine catch for the lineout. Gets Naylor out on 2 pitches. Now Skubal will face Mitch Garver. Garver, no at-bats on the day since he got a sac fly in his first at-bat. He fouls off a pitch down the right field line. This count move. 0 balls, 1 strike. Sorry, folks. Skubal sets, delivers. Swing and miss. And Garver barely even looked at it. Just swung for the fences. Tarek Skubal. And will be postseason record, possibly. 7 current strikeouts in a row. Next pitch. Change up low and away. Garver sitting in the righty box. Skubal, the lefty on the bump. Behind Skubal on the left side of the rubber. He'll deliver. Ball into the dirt on another off speed. Now the count will move back to 2-2. You're not necessarily, you are kind of letting Garver, back into the count and back into this at bat after you had him down 0-2. As Victor Robles, the right field, his at bat on deck. Skubal, the 2-2. High and away for a changeup. Now the count is full. You got to expect a fastball here from Skubal after 3 straight changeups. Possibly 4, as Mariner fans will start standing in a wave formation. Pitch home. Swing and miss. Got it by Garver. And that's an MLB record, folks. Excuse me, not an MLB record. No, that's not. Excuse me, that is not. But he keeps up his strikeouts. That's number 11. Got a fly out to center field from Naylor. But through 5 2/3, Skubal's at 79 pitches. Looking to go more. First pitch to Robles is high and away, 4-1. Swing and miss from Robles. Skubal, the 1-1. High and away for ball 2. Skubal now at 82 pitches. The 2-1. Swing and miss. Got the fastball, 98 miles an hour, past Robles. Skubal looking for strikeout number 12 through 5 innings. Ball into the dirt. Now all 2 is here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 outs. Excuse me, not all 2s. Now the count is now full. The 3-2 offering. Skubal delivers. Robles hit to shallow right field. Right fielder in. Carpenter ranges under it, makes the waist high catch. And Skubal keeps it going. Now the Tigers bats just have to get something going here so they can help out their pitcher. As there's only 2 hits for both teams. But the Mariners with 1 run on the board. Next pitch offers down a line drive to the left center field gap. Baez will round second. He will slide into second. Here, we're gonna redo that. Can't redo live calls, so I understand that. Wasn't really ready for the pitch. As Kirby sets and delivers. Baez lines it into left center field. No one will get there. Baez will round first. He will slide into second. No tag applied as he just gets away from it. And a leadoff double from the 9 spot and shortstop in Javier Baez after striking out back in the 3rd inning. Now the Tigers, just like I said, they need to get something going. That's something to get going. As Polanco just missed the tag. As Baez slid to the left. Little swing move. As Polanco was a little bit to the right, out of the base path. And now the Mariners coach will come up, possibly saying, no, excuse me. I think he's taking Kirby out. He's taking George Kirby out after he's pitched 5 innings. Sure, he gave up his 3rd hit. But George Kirby, his line isn't done yet, folks, but that is very interesting to me. In the last 2 elimination games, he's pitched 12 innings. And he gave up 0 runs. That is crazy to me. Carpenter will step back in the box. First pitch. Ball inside, almost hitting Carpenter. A Spear, the new pitcher for the Mariners. Spire sets. Carpenter 2-2. The 1-0. Carpenter hits it to center field. That ranges back the center fielder, and he looks up. It's over the wall. Carpenter makes it 3 for 3, and he makes it a 2-1 ball game at T-Mobile Park with a 2-run shot. And hallelujah if you're a Tigers fan. Is that right? HB, not HR. And the Tigers are electric. After the second pitch from Spear, you take Kirby out. Sure, he gives up that leadoff double. Next pitch to Torres. Ground ball to the 3rd baseman is Suarez. He swings over to first. Gets the out in a bang-bang play for the first out after a 2-run shot. But as I was saying, that's a dead center, maybe a little bit drifting towards right center field. But that's what you want to see. I mean, if you're a Mariners fan, you're still a little confused. You got George Kirby looking after pitching 5 shutout innings and 2 pitches in from his reliever in Spear. And that happens. Next pitch. Ground ball to the first baseman and Naylor. Underhand toss to Spire. And ground out from Green. Now Spencer Torkelson will come up as the pitching coach for the Mariners. Will go talk to his pitcher. And now that's 3 at bats. So yeah, you can take him out. But you don't want to be too hesitant or wanting to switch. I know it's game 5, but you gotta trust your guys as they will take Spire out after he pitched 0 2/3. As they replay Carpenter's bomb. And it's the Gary Carpenter show. He's currently 3 for 3. 2 singles and a home run shot, 2-run shot to score him and Javier Baez. First pitch to Torkelson's called for a strike high. As Matt Brash will now come up to pitch for the Mariners. As Carpenter watches from the dugout. All smiles from the kid. Matt Brash, next pitch. Swing and miss, got it by Torkelson. And now you sit 2 outs in the 0-2 count, 2 straight strikes, 1 swinging. As I fill in Matt Brash's name. Next pitch. Swing and miss, got it by Torkelson. And that's what you like to see from your relievers, though. Being able to get in and just deal 3 straight strikes, 4 strikeout. As Kirby is just a little upset. I mean, you get taken out. 2 pitches later, and there's a 2-run tank. Mariners, real-time insight, 61% chance to score 2+ more runs tonight. And I think that's for both teams. Skubal delivers to Crawford. First pitch is fouled off down the left field line, out of play. Crawford struck out back in the 3rd inning for his first at-bat. And this has to be Skubal's last inning. Sitting at 86 pitches. Next pitch. Fouled off, but hits the leg of Crawford. That's got to sting. You hit it, and it just fouls off. I know that through. Not for the bats, but went to the driving range the other day. Swung my club and tipped it, and it went straight to my shin. I can tell you straight right now, that did not feel good. Definitely left a bulge on my shin. Still don't know how that happened, but Skubal sets the delivery. Swing and miss to Crawford, and Crawford goes down swinging for the second time through this 5 1/3. As they just show more shots of Carpenter in center field. Excuse me, right field. Next pitch. Called fastball, strike. On the right side to the batter in Rosarena. Next pitch offering. High and away to the left fielder, excuse me. Used to Rosarena playing right field. Not in this one. Robles sits in right. Next pitch from Skubal. Swing and miss. Got it by Rosarena. Rosarena in his first at-bat. Grounded out to Skubal as he tossed it over to Torkelson at first. And then a swing and a miss back in the 3rd inning. The 1-2 offering. Pitch home. Change up outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. As the Tigers lead 2-1. With 1 out in the bottom of the 6th at T-Mobile Park. Next pitch. Chopper down the 3rd base line, out of play. and Rosarena battling here as you're about to get to 2 outs possibly, but you still got Kyle Raleigh on deck and definitely one of the dangerous hitters in this league, cracking 50 home runs. Next pitch, ball into the dirt. That bounces to the backstop, but no runners on. That does no damage. As the Tigers player or ball boy will go grab that ball at the backstop. As we got Adam Wainwright, former Nationals pitcher, in the press box. The Scooble sets, delivers. High pop up on a high fastball. That will drift out of play. And Scooble now at 95 pitches. And you got relievers definitely warming up. Next pitch offering, full count. High fly ball. 2 shallow infield. Baez underneath it. Makes the catch. Now 2 quick out. Not quick, but 2 outs. You get a strikeout to Crawford. And infield pop up to Cal Raleigh. And now Dingler will go talk to Scooble. And you want to do this. You want to talk to your guy after. Obviously, you got Finnegan warming up in the bullpen. The Tigers' bullpen is not strong. But you want to be careful because you got Cal Raleigh on deck. I mean, now coming up to bat. You're giving up 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, and struck out 12. And that's what you like to see. But against Cal, you gave up that single back in the first, but you struck him out on a fastball in his last at bat. Next pitch, swing and miss on a high fastball. And Cal looked to be swinging no matter what. And that fastball was at least a foot or 2 above the strike zone. Next pitch offering, high fastball fouled off to the backstop. Now Mariner will go grab the baseball from the backstop. And now a quick 0-2 count to Raleigh. Switch hitter. Big dumper, they say. Here at T-Mobile Park. 0-2 delivery. Swing and miss. Got it by Raleigh. And Scooble had an outing in this one if he doesn't come back for the 7th. That is strikeout number 13, folks. And honestly, I could go all 15, but I have a meeting coming up and so I'm gonna end it here. I gotta charge my laptop a little bit, but we'll continue off maybe from this, or tomorrow hopefully I can do another game, maybe a basketball game. Basketball is not my strong suit, but we will see what I can do. I mean, I do it. It's fine doing it. It's just hard to memorize players. For this, you don't really need to memorize them all that much. But Tigers, through 6 innings, they win. But obviously, that's not how the story went. But thanks for watching. If people watch this through and through, yeah, peace out.